How you doing, everybody? Jay from Camper Care Service. This is my little fixer-up hybrid here. Uh, Fixing up in a rush now, so I ain't got time to do it the way I wanted it. But anyway, my wife's rushing me, so I just want to go over a couple things. I see a couple questions and people answering, and I try to make videos to help people. I ain't got too many out there yet, but I'm glad to make them if you ask. It's gonna be a little dark, but I'll show you. There's a lady on here talking about lights, and there's always power issues. So you got to have a good battery in an RV. If you're plugged in, it's highly recommended you keep a good battery. Otherwise, the converter runs your whole coach. Sometimes some of the older converters can't keep up. So then you end up with glitches in your power and stuff don't work right and everything. Obviously, I got some wiring to do to this one, but the price was right when we got it. So don't look at that stuff. Anyway, underneath here from the battery, usually about a foot away from the battery, if you can barely see that there, that 2 bolts with the wires, a little gray box there, that is an auto reset breaker. Sometimes they're in this junction box with this rat's nest of wires I just seen I gotta fix. Anyway, the auto reset breaker's purpose is to auto reset. Sometimes they choose not to, and your battery is no longer connected to your converter, or not connected good enough. So that might be some of y'all's issues. Mainly if you check with a multimeter, you'll see there's 13 on one side from the converter, 13 or 14, and 12 on the other for the battery. You should have the same number going between that fuse. If you don't, then you have an issue. Anyway, coming inside here, it's still a mess. We're painting and doing all kinds of stuff. I just replaced the whole ceiling and all in here. We're painting it. It's all Luan. That's a little light box. It's going to be lit up with LEDs and be pretty. Plus, I got to cut my AC vents through it. So it's going to be pretty neat. But my wife wanted to paint the cabinets white. I want to build cabinets, hence why I didn't finish the ceiling. There was supposed to be a cabinet there. But for this first trip, this is going to do us. And anyway, coming back, the fans just going to be optional. She's into some paper stuff until I build what I want to build. Another thing I see a problem with all the time, and I'm not even sure where it's at on mine, is the water heater. And I probably don't have a good example because I ain't even looked at my water heater yet. It's wired shut. And let's see if I can get it off of there. That's a clever thing to do there. It's an expensive fix that somebody did for me. I'll be changing that out. But nevertheless, if I can get it off of there, I'll show you common questions with a water heater. If I have that water heater. I'm not even sure. I don't think I do. Okay, I don't. I have the old dinosaur that you gotta light. Probably putting a hot rod kit in or changing it. So normally, inside these, there's a little thing that's bent like that. And it plugs into the thermostats and it plugs into a brown wire. That's a lot of issues with a water heater, is that thermocoupler is bad. So it'd be a good way to check that. If you need more explanation than that, I could probably do it at a better time when I find one. Just let me know